Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we're going to take you on a biking tour of Ocean Boulevard. We are going southbound on Ocean Boulevard today. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you. So we're passing Sea Captain's House on the left right now. That is a really great oceanfront dining restaurant. People ask us all the time, what do you recommend? We recommend that. They have good food. If you go at lunch, the prices are reasonable. Not cheap, but reasonable, and they have very fresh seafood. The service is good. Basically everything that you would expect from a restaurant, or that you would want, not necessarily expect, but that you would want. And we always get asked when we recommend things, you know, are we sponsored? Did someone pay for something? No, we are not sponsored. So these are just our opinions, and that's all they are. You might go and not like it because you'll have your own opinion, but if you're looking for a recommendation, that's definitely one from us. There are tons, if you're new to the Myrtle Beach area or planning a trip here, there are a ton of resorts here on Ocean Boulevard because to our left is the ocean. So all those resorts you see on the left are oceanfront. And to our right is what's called Second Row, which is right across the street from the ocean. So this is a very popular place to stay in Myrtle Beach. It is called the Strip. You'll also hear Myrtle Beach referred to as the Grand Strand, but in fact, there's a hotel called the Strand right there on the left. The Grand Strand actually encompasses many cities and beaches, not just Myrtle Beach. It's a 60-mile stretch of beautiful beaches in South Carolina. So that is not just Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is on the Grand Strand. It's part of it. There are a lot of nearby communities to stay in. You know, you don't just have to stay here in Myrtle Beach. If you're looking for something quieter, North Myrtle Beach still has a lot of hotels, but it's a little more chill, a little more relaxed vibe. And then Surfside Beach is known as the family-friendly beach, and they are also an autistic-friendly city, and that is just south of Myrtle Beach. And then Garden City is just beyond that, which is actually not a city, but it is a beach. It's a census-designated area in the county. Horry County is the name of the county. And then there's also Murrells Inlet, which is not on the beach, but it does have pretty quick access to the beach. And they do have the Murrells Inlet Marsh Walk. And then beyond that, you're getting down to Pawleys Island, and there's some other beaches, and we could just keep going. But those are the ones in the general area. And once you get down to Pawleys Island, you're getting pretty far from Myrtle Beach, but it's still in the general area. So as you can see, there's plenty of people out and about. We are still in the summer season, still in the tourist season. There really isn't an off season anymore like we used to have, but the prime season, we have a little bit of a surge. It's not a huge one, but a bit of a surge during spring break. Nothing like Florida, just a bit of a surge during the spring break period. Then it's relatively quiet again until Memorial Day weekend, and Memorial Day and 4th of July are probably the busiest two times here at Myrtle Beach, and it stays pretty steady busy through most of the summer. Beyond those peaks, just stays pretty generally busy. And we're out early in the morning. It's after 10. So when I say early, I don't mean super early, but people who are on vacation aren't necessarily going to be out driving around yet. They might be out on the beach, but they're not going to jump in their car and go somewhere yet. This will be very crowded later on because this is filmed on a Saturday, and on Saturday they actually block the traffic on Fridays and Saturdays so that you can only go southbound, so only the direction we are going from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. because it gets very packed later in the day. That's when everybody's done with the beach. They get in their car either to go somewhere, or a lot of people just cruise Ocean Boulevard. So there's a lot of traffic. So the northbound lane is reserved for emergency vehicles only. So keep that in mind if you're here on a Friday or Saturday. You may have to circle around over on Kings Highway, which is over to my right. That runs parallel to Ocean Boulevard to get to your hotel. Got some construction going on here on the left. We do not know what that is yet. I have not heard. I will keep you posted as soon as I know. If you know, leave it in the comments below. Also, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps people find our videos so they can enjoy them too, which in turn helps us. So we really appreciate that. It's definitely starting to pick up though. We biked the other way down this earlier, and there were already a lot of people out, even earlier than we are now. But now it's starting to get even more people out walking around, more people at the restaurants and stuff like that. So we're at 21st Avenue North, as you can see. And there's a Ben & Jerry's here, a Starbucks coffee. We've got the Courtyard and Spring Hill Suites by Marriott over to our right. And I'm getting a false start here. And then the Breakers also over on, I think I said on the right for Marriott, I was on our left, and those Marriott hotels are new as of last June, last year, so those are fairly new hotels. So if you're looking for somewhere new to stay, you might want to check those out. Got Beach Bums on the left, that's a beach cafe, gift shop on the right. But yeah, tons of hotels here. You can just get on Google Maps and look at all the hotels on Ocean Boulevard and look for something you like. There's a lot of privately owned independent hotels, as well as quite a few of Hilton and Marriott and other chain properties. I recently got called out by a viewer, if you're watching, hello, who said I never mentioned Hilton. I have actually mentioned Hilton quite a few times. There's quite a few Hilton properties. I just don't mention it in every video. So as I mentioned, no, these are not sponsored by certain hotels. We only wish. No, this is all just us providing a video to you. We're not getting paid to do it by someone, by a hotel chain or anything like that. Legally, you actually have to disclose that anyway. If it's a video someone paid for, you have to, like, they actually give you money for it. Not that everyone does that, but you are supposed to. Plus, it's a nice thing to do, because as much as you'd like to give an unbiased opinion, I think that's hard to do if someone's paying for something, and that's why I think it's better not to go that route. So this flashing sign up here is exactly what I was talking about, where they're blocking off the northbound lane from 4 to 2 a.m. And that's only on Friday and Saturday, though, not during the week. We are starting to get to the most central part of Ocean Boulevard, where the main central boardwalk area is. We have got oodles of videos on our channel. A lot of them are linked in the description below, with tours of the boardwalk, tours of the attractions. We go into some of the attractions, all that good stuff's on our channel. Like I said, if you're new here, we cover as many things as we can in this area. So check out our channel, check the links below in the description. We've got lots of videos for you to watch that detail all of this. Over here on the right is the Funplex. That's a small amusement park that has like a restaurant, a bar. They have thrill rides, they have family-friendly rides, all kinds of stuff. This pancake house up here, this Olympic Flame pancake house, is very popular. That's on the right. Riptides is on the left. They have some great views of the ocean there. Rooftop bar. And then also up here, we've got the Skywheel. We just put a video out of the Skywheel. We've also got a sunset video of the Skywheel, so you can check those out on our channel. Definitely recommend that ride. Tons of fun. Great views. Here's the beach house on the right. And they open at 11, so they're not quite open yet. They're usually packed. And then up here is a few thrill rides here that are sort of on the extreme end over here on my right. So if you're into that, they're not quite open yet this morning, but they will be. And then I'm not gonna list off all of them. And coming up are a bunch of new Ripley's attractions. We have a playlist with all the Ripley's attractions. I will try to remember to link that in the description below, but you can find it on our channel. I'm not going to list all those off again. I have been recently because they just put out some new ones, but I'm not going to keep doing that for those of you who watch every video we put out, which we really appreciate. We don't want them to be too repetitive, so I'm not going to call every single one out, but definitely check out that playlist if you're interested and you want to see what they're like. Up here on the left, on the corner, right past Plyler Park, you've got Myrtle Fries. I want to mention it because one of you has asked me repeatedly to mention it. It's sort of the, I'm going to turn my handlebars while we're stopped, sort of that red and white striped building there. We actually stopped by there the other day, and their prices are pretty decent for right here on the boardwalk. You know, they have what you would expect, fries of course, but they have a lot of what I would call sort of fair food. Like I think they had funnel cakes. You can leave a comment if you know more details. They had hot dogs. So I mean, you can actually get your lunch there. It's not just French fries. And so it's called Myrtle Beach Fries. And they have fresh cut fries, homemade corn dogs, funnel cakes. I'm reading the sign as I go by. So thanks for mentioning that, and definitely check that out if you're interested. Got the Gay Dolphin on the left. We've got a video on that on our channel where we tour the insides. Massive gift shop. Got two arcades here on my left. Also an arcade on my right affiliated with the Ripley's, believe it or not. Bunches and bunches of gift shops beyond the Gay Dolphin. We actually have a video of this Fun Plaza arcade over on the left on our channel. It's fun, right oceanfront, right on the boardwalk. We have Peach's Corner up here. It's been around forever. And the Ripley's, believe it or not, is on the right. Up here ahead is what used to be the pavilion area. Now we've got the volleyball courts instead of the pavilion, and over to the right you've got the what I would even call now festival grounds. They have a lot of festivals there, like the food truck festival, strongest man competition, all kinds of stuff. The country music festival's here. Carolina Country Music Festival is in this area. So I would pretty much call those festival grounds at this point. And so over beyond the volleyball courts I showed, that's where the boardwalk is. I'm gonna turn over there because you might be able to see a parasailer. There's a big parasailer out over the ocean. Also over here to the right, they have completely demolished Nathan's Hot Dogs. Where that orange construction equipment is, that's where it was. It is gone. We mentioned in our last video, but it was still partially standing. Now it is 100% gone. So you have to go somewhere else for your hot dogs, unfortunately, or fortunately, I mean, it depends. One of our viewers mentioned that Peach's Corner has good hot dogs, so I'll throw that out there. On the left, you got the 8th Avenue Tiki Bar. Got a bunch of restaurants right in this area. I'm not going to list them all, but tons and tons of restaurants in this area. Again, you can pull it up on Google Maps if you want to see. Just pull up 7th Avenue North and Ocean Boulevard, and you can kind of see what's in this area. Over here on the left is some construction. They are building what looks like condos with stores underneath them. That's what it looks like it's going to be. We'll keep you posted on that. The construction was moving really fast for a while. Now it seems to have slowed down a bit. Got a little bit of overcast day today, but don't worry, Myrtle Beach, the weather changes all the time. There's a little blue sky over to the left. Also, a lot of times if you happen to come here and you stay inland, a lot of times the weather looks worse inland, and then it's great on the beach because the wind on the beach blows the clouds back. And so that's another thing to keep in mind, just because like if you're staying over at Broadway at the beach or something like that, it might look a lot better once you get to the actual beach. But yeah, it can change on a dime. It can go from sunny to raining, it can go from raining to sunny. So don't get upset if you wake up in the morning. A lot of mornings it's overcast, and then later in the day the sun comes out. That is very common. So it doesn't mean your whole day is going to be that way. Starbucks coffee on my left there. And believe it or not, we are still at the boardwalk area. A lot of people think the boardwalk is that short area where all the main attractions are, but it's not. The boardwalk runs 1.2 miles approximately, and it goes for quite a way. So like this Holiday Sands North Hotel you see, which several of you have recommended. We have not stayed there, but a lot of you have recommended. It is still on the boardwalk. So a lot of these hotels are boardwalk front hotels. We get tons of requests for hotel reviews, and I'm going to share a secret with you. You may not know if you don't live here. Most hotels bar locals from staying in the hotels. As I was saying, I had to concentrate there, so bear with me. Most hotels ban locals from staying at them. It was a law that was passed in, I believe, 1996. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It gives the hotels the right to refuse anyone who lives in the county or the neighboring county from staying in the hotels. The reasons I heard given were like parties, trash in the rooms, noise, that kind of thing. Anyway, it's not all hotels. Some do still allow locals to stay, but not all of them. Not to mention, as you know, as a visitor to Myrtle Beach, you know, the hotels are not cheap. And so it's our money we're spending. We're not staying for free. So we don't have a ton of hotel reviews on our channel, but we do have some. When we were in the process of moving here, we had sold, as those of you who don't know, we had a vacation home here for about 20 years. And we had sold that home to move here before we got our new home, because we did a home that took a while to work everything out. So we were not homeless in general. We had a home back where we used to live, but we did not have a home here at Myrtle Beach for about a year, a little over a year. So we stayed in some hotels at that point, and so we do have some hotel reviews, and that wasn't that long ago. That was a little over a year ago. So you can check those out. There's a playlist down below in the description, so if you're interested. But the reason that playlist is limited is just what I said. It's a combination of, as a local, no longer being able to stay in hotels here, and just the sheer cost, because they are not cheap. One place that, and we have that in the playlist that you may not know about, that's really worth checking out, but they book way in advance, is the cabins at the Myrtle Beach State Park. Yeah, you get your own little house. It's got kitchen and everything. I mean, you can't beat that. My parents have stayed there multiple times, and so we have a video of that on our channel. Great place to stay. It's rustic, it's not fancy, but you know, if you want some privacy, that has it. Definitely great. The only negative I would say about that is that the planes fly straight over it from the Myrtle Beach airport, so you are going to get airplane noise during the day. They don't run all night, but during the day you're going to hear some airplanes. That's the only thing I would caution. But you got your own private little trail to the beach. Pretty cool. But we also have other hotels that you can look at on our channel. Lots of people starting to get out. Up here on the right, we've got the Family Kingdom Fun Park. That is a family-friendly amusement park, which is right across the street from the ocean. Over on the left is where Splash's Water Park used to be, but it is no more. But over here on the right is Family Kingdom, and they have all kinds of rides. I would say the bulk of the rides are very kid-friendly, very family-friendly. They have a big wooden roller coaster that's fun for adults also, but it's fun for kids. You've got Twist and Shouts, like a Crazy Mouse coaster, pirate ship, got log flume, obviously a Ferris wheel right here next to us, all kinds of stuff, classic swings, but they've got a ton of those spinning type kid-friendly rides, like low to the ground. So that's a fun place to go with your family. You can check out their pricing online and their hours. Their hours vary all over the place, so check that out online. But definitely worth checking out if you've got little ones, especially. If you're looking for bigger thrills, like I said, there's a couple at that Funplex, but also Broadway at the Beach has quite a few thrill ride type rides, as well as some family friendly rides. Broadway at the Beach is a big entertainment, dining, shopping, all kinds of stuff complex. It's at 21st Avenue North and off of the 17 bypass, and we have loads of videos on that, so you can check those out on our channel if you're interested in that. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.